Hello there, folks, and welcome back to Warcraft Radio's channel with myself, the Almighty Farseer, and Kexman for our final reaction, as far as we're aware, our final reaction to the Afterlives series for Shadowlands. This one is Revendreth, and we are appropriately dressed in red shirts today, which was not planned, definitely not planned, but
completely by coincidence.
Honestly, but we're ready. We've been looking forward to this one, haven't we, Kex? Yeah, come on.
This one is exciting. This is the one that kind of everyone knew that this was going to be good because Revendreth is definitely the zone in Shadowlands that has taken a lot of people's attention. We was, the Bastion one threw up a lot of surprises. The Maldraxxus one I thought was phenomenal, showed us a really, really great look into Draka's character, and the Ardenweald one had the feels. This one, I am hoping, has just a little bit of everything. There's just so many things that could potentially be in this.
I think we should watch it.
I think before we start, I'll see if my prediction is correct. My prediction is we're going to see a look. It's essentially going to be a look at Sire Denathrious, and we're going to see people that have kind of been tortured by him. Garrosh is going to end up being one of them, and that's kind of the story.
Yeah.
That's the story that's going to be told here. I think it's going to be told from Sire Denathrius's point of view. So we'll wait and see. But if you have enjoyed these, then please subscribe. There's going to be more stuff coming up with Shadowlands coming out, as well as take a look at our Patreon. We've got some fantastic stuff coming up on there. I know we do some Q&As. Without further ado, without any more interruptions, Farseer, are you ready?
I am very much ready. So let's go on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
That's Garrosh. That is Garrosh.
It's our true war chief. Oh, what a start.
That is Garrosh.
And then into this music.
To the good people of Revendreth.
Oh, no.
It is with optimism that I address you today. Though these are challenging times.
He's got a scribe.
Firstly, I assure you that our holy mission to help the most violent and wicked souls atone for their sins is and always will be our utmost priority.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Our rituals are effective. Our judgment keen but fair. We, Venthyr, remain committed to bringing eventual redemption to all who desire it. It is through your faithful work that even the most evil and prideful beings may ultimately be spared an eternity in the maw. Unfortunately, of late, the flow of such hubris-ridden souls has virtually ceased. And as a result, anima, our most precious resource, is in dwindling supply. Even we, the faithful who extract the anima, have not been spared the effects of this mysterious drought.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we still have our old reliables, our workhorses. Yet I fear they will not be enough. We are doing everything in our power to gather more anima.
They just using him just to,
simply
pure
put, we
power.
must all, rich and poor alike, make sacrifices for the greater good.
The greater good.
Therefore,
Greater good.
I have decided to implement a strategy of conservation and rationing, which should keep the anima flowing to those most in need.
Yeah.
His court.
In this manner, we will keep our people strong and our land healthy, despite the efforts of those who would use this crisis to further their own ends.
Is that the general?
Rebel against
I think
the
it is.
rightful structures of our society. Rest assured, we shall bring these miscreants to justice. With fairness and mercy, of course.
Uh-huh.
I am, after all, nothing if not compassionate.
Yeah.
My loyal
sure.
subjects, we are doing all that can be done to stimulate NMR production and fulfill Revendreth's honorable purpose. Remain devout and resolute, and know that I will lead us all into a brighter future.
Yep, it's bright, all right.
A goddamn choice of words.
What?
So...
What? Okay, so it's Sire Denathrious, and it definitely features Garrosh, and that is where the similarities end.
You know what? The only thing I've got to say is that cocky piece of shit.
Like the entire time, you can just hear the smugness in that.
Yeah.
You can just hear the smugness. It's hot, and you can
Oh man.
that is Sire Denathrious actually sounds awesome in
Yeah.
that sort of like cinematic.
Oh no,
He
voice
sounds-
is spot on. Yeah, like
it is perfect. It's the fact that I mean, I just want to draw attention. They are using Garrosh as a battery.
Yep.
Because they obviously say, if if people want to redeem themselves, then they can do so here. It's fairly obvious.
that's not the case.
Garrosh don't want no redeeming. Like
Nope.
he says a couple of our old faithfuls. There is more.
Yeah. Interesting. I wonder who else that could
They're
be.
just draining him constantly of animate. Does this mean that we're gonna find him eventually?
Like strong
Because-
as like he's like because he was like his will was strong. Like Garrosh's like
Yeah.
spirit was like solid, and this just proves it that they're draining him over and over, and he's still like himself.
You could see the rage
Oh yeah.
in him just in the second time we see him. You can tell that man, that orc is not done.
I wonder if Kael'thas was one of them as well.
Possibly. We know he's going to be in the raid,
Yeah.
and I'm sure in somewhere people that have done the Revendreth campaign in the beta probably have found out what's happening there. Both both of us have kind of stayed away from that so we can kind of experience it live.
So
but,
we are like literal like outside speculators of what's going on.
But,
We don't
yeah.
actually know. So yeah, so you can say maybe Garrosh, maybe Kael'thas. Like you could even go like really, really deep and just go, oh, maybe some of like the really old characters, like maybe Garithos or something like Lord Garithos or something like that. This would seem to be the place that he would be as well, right? This does seem to be where it
definitely
where
either that or Maldraxxus, but just the idea that there is this set of cells that have these sort of people in. Like once we defeat Sire Denathrious,
we want to go and find them.
yeah, are we going to unlock these cells?
Are they going to be a main thing or a side thing like in the Tomb of Sargeras where you have to go out of your way to find things? Now, that would be fun. That would be cool if you had to go out of your way to find them. I'd love that. As just a side thing and maybe you get some dialogue. That would be really interesting.
And we'll get into this a little bit in just a second, but one thing I've liked is every single one of them has a different feeling.
Oh, yeah.
And, you've obviously got kind of like the sense of hopelessness that you have in the Ardenweald cinematic versus the sense of betrayal in the Maldraxxus, the sense of what is right and what is wrong that you have in the Kyrian cinematic. And now we almost have a sense of, I suppose, loyalty is the right way to call it. He's saying... He's saying, there's a drought going on. We should all pitch together. Obviously, that's not the case. He's the one. He's basically siphoning all of the anima into Castle Nathria and for his court. But they all have very, very different feelings. And
I love that.
It definitely, again, if you want to turn around and say, I don't know anything about Shadowlands, I don't know anything about the zones, what are the Covenants doing? There you go. It gives you at least a breakdown of what the zone is doing.
Yeah.
And it gives you an idea of and I think each one essentially lays out exactly the troubles that each covenant faces in each zone.
Yes. Yeah. No, that is what. So there is like Bastion. they're questioning themselves, like what's going on with the path. And then obviously you've got Maldraxxus betrayal, obviously in a conflict. Ardenweald is just withering, and it might be dying if they don't do something. And obviously this, yes, they also kind of link it together, saying yes, they're in a drought as well. However, there is a lot of shady business going on behind the scenes with the leader of Revendreth doing his own thing. So I love how they're all interconnected. And Kexman, I think it's only about like a month now, isn't it?
It's about a month. We haven't had an alpha. We haven't had a pre-patch date yet. I imagine it's going to be sometime in the next 2 weeks.
The end of September.
It's the end of September, start of October potentially. Now, I'm going to put you on the spot here, Farseer. We're obviously at the end of the cinematics. Out of the 4, can you give me a ranking? On the spot.
Oh gosh. Okay. Oh no. Okay. So I would put as number 1.
Start at 4. Start at 4.
I'll start at the lowest. Okay. So
start at the lowest and work your way up.
I would say Maldraxxus. Then this is difficult. Maldraxxus, and then maybe this one, then Ardenweald, and then Bastion.
Okay, that's interesting.
I'm not saying that this one wasn't bad. It's just that Ardenweald was.
I mean, they were all good.
Yeah, no, Ardenweald was so so sad. It's just so good, and and nothing wrong with Maldraxxus at all either. It's just, it's just the order it is in. That's just my order. What would you say?
For me, it is Maldraxxus at number 4. It's Irian at number 3.
Sebastian, yeah.
Ardenweald at number 2. And then this one at number 1.
Okay.
Because the juxtaposition between what he's saying, what is actually going on, the play on words, it's just and my boy, Gary. Garrosh is in it, so it's going to be number 1. But
of course,
those are our top 4 lists. People in the comments, give us your top 4. So which one, how would you rank these? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? How would you rank from worst to best these 4 Afterlives cinematics? Now, there's a lot of people that are going, oh, maybe we're going to get a secret 5th one next week with more. We don't know yet. Maybe. I doubt it, but it hasn't been confirmed yet.
If anyone's going to tease it and be an ass about teasing it, it would be Terran Gregory. If he says nothing, then there's not one. But if he starts being a bit, then it's going to happen.
If on Tuesday he tweets like some shifty eyes, you know something's up.
That's it. Yeah, just shifty eyes. Yeah,
just shifty eyes. But
you know something.
Anyway.
That's it.
That's it for the Afterlife cinematics as far as we know. Thank you for obviously joining us on our reactions here on Warcraft Radio. Once again, if you've enjoyed these, please subscribe. Please check out our Patreon, and you can also join us in our Discord to discuss these as well. Without further ado, my name has been Kexman.
My name has been Farseer, and we will see you next time, guys.